The C3000 is Capresso's top-of-the-line super automatic coffee center, and it boasts an impressive list of features. With its two independent thermoblock systems, you can produce coffee and froth milk without any downtime or purging necessary. All coffee, frothing, and hot water functions are completely programmable. The LED dialogue system displays over 50 concise instructions, such as coffee ready or fill water. With a push of a button, the C3000 grinds, tamps, brews, and cleans up in less than a minute. Brew 1 or 2 cups of fresh crema coffee, espresso, latte, and cappuccino. A separate hot water dispenser allows you to make hot tea or any other hot beverage in seconds. You can even use it to make hot chocolate. The C3000 has a commercial steel burr grinder and the unique Claris water filtration system, which purifies the water and eliminates decalcification altogether. It is safe to leave the C3000 on all day. Whenever you feel like having a cup of coffee, simply press a button. It's like having a coffee bar right in your kitchen. The Capresso C3000. Perfect system, perfect taste. Follow these quick steps when setting up your Capresso C3000 for the first time, or when you set up after clearing your machine for storage or transport. Start by plugging the machine in and turning it on. The display will soon read, "Fill system, press steam." Place a container underneath the steam nozzle and press the steam button. When the machine stops, the display will read, "Fill water." Remove the water tank and fill with cold, fresh water. The display will then read, "Rinse unit." Run a rinse cycle by pressing the rinse button. Run one hot water cycle and wait until the display reads, "Coffee ready." Fill the bean container with coffee beans. A quick tip: very dark, oily beans have the tendency to stick together. You may want to stir the batch once in a while to make sure the beans feed smoothly into the grinder. Push the special cup button once to get ground coffee into the system. The first cup will be a little weak, but your next cup will be perfect. Each morning when you turn on the C3000, it will warm up and display the words, "Please wait." The display will then read, "Rinse unit." Run a rinse cycle by pressing the rinse button. Run one hot water cycle and wait until the display reads, "Coffee ready." Now you are ready to make coffee. The C3000 works like a commercial coffee center. It brews coffee under high pressure, which according to the majority of coffee experts, is the best system for maximum flavor and aroma. The fine foamy layer on top of the coffee, called crema, is the trademark of pressure brewed coffee. It's the crema that traps the fine aromatics and the light gaseous flavors that register on the palate. Here's how it works. Place a cup under the coffee spout. Push one of the 5 coffee buttons. Each button is preset in the factory for a certain size cup and a certain amount of coffee. See your instruction manual for those settings. The C3000 always brews in 2 steps. It first infuses some hot water into the coffee, pauses for a few seconds, and then continues brewing. This 2-step process brings out the maximum flavor. The C3000 allows you to make your coffee exactly how you like it. You can program your C3000 to make your coffee the strength, temperature, and quantity you prefer. It will dispense your custom cup with a touch of a button. Let's look at how to program the C3000 to your preferences. All of your personal coffee preferences for the special cup, small cup, and large cup coffee buttons, things such as coffee strength, temperature, and quantity per cup, will be set using these 4 buttons. You can also set the amount of water dispensed for 1 tea serving, or the amount of froth milk dispensed when pressing the steam portion button from these same control panel buttons. Here's how you change the amount of ground coffee for, let's say, the small cup button. push the P button until the machine beeps. The display reads, powder quantity, press key. As we're setting the coffee powder quantity for the small cup button, we press that button. The display will show the current setting for coffee powder assigned to the small cup button. Using the plus or minus buttons, you can increase or decrease the amount of ground coffee to your personal taste. The minimum amount is approximately 7 grams, and the maximum is about 13 grams of coffee. So now we have increased the amount of ground coffee per cup for the small cup button. Now you must press the P button to confirm the new setting. You can also change the amount of ground coffee for the large cup as well as the special cup. To go back to coffee ready, just push the N button to exit the programming selections. Now, here's how to change the amount of water to go through the coffee. Again, push and hold the P button first until it beeps to begin programming. Now you'll be using the plus and minus keys to take you to different programmable functions. Press the plus button to advance past the powder quantity. We already set that to the water quantity. Now we place a cup underneath the spout and push the coffee button we want to program. Let's use the small coffee button again. Now the machine actually grinds and brews. When the desired amount is in the cup, simply press the P button to stop the water flow. Then press the P button once again to accept the new water quantity. To return to coffee ready, press the N button to exit programming. You can program any amount of coffee from 1/2 ounce to a full 8 ounces. The double cups button automatically doubles the cup sizes and always grinds the maximum amount of coffee, which is about 15 grams. You can also set the grinder to a finer or coarser setting. Please make sure to adjust the grinder knob only while the machine is grinding. We recommend using a finer adjustment for light roast coffee and a coarser adjustment for a dark roast. The C3000 comes with Capresso's unique frothXpress system. It lets you froth directly into your cup. First, fill the milk container with fresh cold milk. For best results, use low-fat or skim milk. Do not use half and half or cream. Now assemble the frothXpress parts as shown, making sure all parts are put together tightly. Pay special attention to the knob, making sure it snaps securely into place. The knob should sit parallel to the assembly like so. If it sits perpendicular, no milk will come through. This assembly is explained in the instruction book and the helpful hint card, which comes with the machine. Attach the assembly to the steam nozzle, and then attach the milk container to the assembly. The milk will be siphoned from the container, heated, and frothed into your cup. Now place a cup underneath the frother and push one of these buttons. The left one is programmable to froth for anywhere from 3 to 250 seconds, and then it will stop automatically. Let's push the left button. As you can see, frothing starts immediately. After the programmed time, it stops by itself. You can now immediately move this cup underneath the coffee spout and add your shot of espresso. It's that easy. With the frothXpress system, you can also produce hot chocolate. Just mix cold milk with chocolate syrup. Stir well, then proceed as if frothing milk. You can make the milk or hot chocolate somewhat hotter by turning the knob slightly to the front or the back. This reduces the rate of milk being fed through the frother, thus increasing the milk temperature. Although no milk ever gets into the C3000 itself, you must clean the frothXpress parts within 2 hours after its use. Otherwise, small milk droplets inside may turn sour and dry up, creating blockage. Cleaning the parts takes less than a minute. Here's what to do. First, unplug the milk container and store it in the refrigerator. Remove the frothXpress parts and place them in a cup of warm, clean water, or rinse them under warm running water. We also recommend that you unscrew the steam nozzle once a week and clean it under running water. Push this steam button for 3 to 4 seconds and let some steam run through the spout. Place a cup underneath the special hot water spout. And turn this switch to the hot water symbol. When you have enough hot water in your cup, turn the switch back. A quick tip, you can also program this switch to dispense a set amount of hot water each time you turn it. You can bypass grinding and use ground coffee by pressing the scoop button. This is great for making a cup of decaf or a cup of flavored coffee. First, fill 1 or 2 scoops of ground coffee into this funnel. Then press the scoop button, which tells the machine to bypass the grinder. Then press the coffee button. The machine will now tamp and brew the ground coffee. The C3000 has built-in cleaning programs. See your instruction manual for details. It also automatically monitors the water tank and the used coffee grounds, telling you when to refill water and when to empty the grounds drawer. Heated water inside your C3000 leaves calcium deposits in the tubes, leading to the coffee spout and the frother. Using a Claris cartridge improves your water quality by taking out calcium, chlorine, and other unwanted elements. If you use a Claris filter, you never need to decalcify the machine. In fact, when you change the Claris filter cartridge setting in the programming feature to yes, the C3000 will automatically remind you when to replace the filter. To change the Claris filter cartridge setting to yes, begin by pressing the P button until it beeps. Using the plus button, advance through the programmable functions until the display reads Filter No. Press the P button again, as this is the function that we're going to adjust. Now, using the plus button once again, the display will change to read Filter Yes. Place a large container under the steam nozzle. Press the P button once again to accept the new setting. Now push this steam button. The C3000 will now activate the Claris filter cartridge by pumping water through the steam nozzle. This will take approximately 30 seconds. Please don't interrupt this process, as the machine will stop automatically. Now press the N button to return to coffee ready. For a review of this process, please refer to the instruction manual. The C3000 is preset at the factory for soft water. If you do not use the Claris filter and you have hard water, you need to set the monitor to a higher level. The display will tell you when it's time to decalcify. The instruction manual outlines the steps for this simple procedure. The C3000 has many more programmable custom features, including automatic on and off settings, the ability to check how many cups of coffee have been made. You can even change the display to read in one of 7 languages. By the way, if you ever want to go back to the factory settings, all you need to do is press and hold the N button until you hear the beep. Your personal settings will be deleted, and the factory settings, which are listed in your manual, will be reinstalled. Should you have any further questions regarding your C3000's use or care, please see your local Capresso dealer or contact the Capresso Customer Service Department at 1-800-767-3554 or ask your questions online at www.capresso.com. You can also visit our website for additional product information.